Thank you. What a great audience. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Thank you very much. My name's Tim, the Piano Man, and here's some more music. Thanks for joining. Thank you. What a great audience. Thank you very much. That's a tune called Hello Dolly. My name's Tim the Piano Man. I drove from Memphis, Tennessee to be here today. And I'm thrilled to be here. I'm enjoying playing the piano. If you have a request, just let me know. If I know your song, I will play it. But for now, let's just get back to the music. Thank you very much. Thank you. What a great audience. Here's some more music. This one is The Entertainer by Scott Joplin. great audience. Here's some more ragtime music. This is also by Scott Joplin. This one's called The Maple Leaf Rag. Thank you very much. Remember, if you have a request, just let me know. If I know it, I will play it. Here's some more music. This one's called New York, New York. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. What a great audience. Thank you very much. Here's some more music. Hope you enjoy. very much. Thank you. Here's another one I hope you enjoy. This one's called Misty. Thank you very much. Thank you. What a great audience. Thank you so much. My name's Tim the Piano Man. I'm a piano player from Memphis, Tennessee. That was a song called Misty. And if y'all have a request, please let me know. If I know your song, I will play it. And if I don't know it, I'll play something else. Maybe you'd like to hear this next one. This is the Tennessee Waltz. Thank you very much. What a great audience. This one's called The Piano Man by Billy Joel. Thank you very much. Thank you. That's The Piano Man, and my name is Tim, the Piano Man. The song wasn't written about me, though. That was written a little bit previously. Here's some more piano music. Thank you. Thank you very much. I've got time for, well, maybe one more. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. This one, well, let's do T for two. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you so much. My name's Tim the Piano Man. That's it for me for today, folks. I have enjoyed entertaining you, and I hope your lunch tastes even better than your breakfast. See you next time, folks. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
What did he do?
Thank you.
Hey, the piano.
Thank you, man.
Hey, the piano player.
That's right.
Hey, the piano player.
You're okay. I'm going to scoot by right here. Bye-bye. Do you know the code to get out? You know the code to get out? Yeah. Oh, okay. First time in forever. Where we go? Oh. Thank you. What a beautiful day. What a wonderful world. Okay, finally, I can respond to y'all's amazing comments and requests, because what I do is I play piano at retirement communities and health and rehabs. So I can't respond directly to the chat when I'm playing because I'm entertaining the residents there, and that's kind of what I get paid to do. That's how I make my living. I get paid to play the piano for residents at senior homes and retirement communities. It's my full-time income. So that's why I can't always respond to your questions, but I'm going to briefly go through these comments because I'm super grateful that y'all are watching, and I just want to acknowledge that. Pavlova Cookie says, cartoon vibe, so talented. Thank you. Aditya Jha says, amazing. Piero says, La Perse al Papa di mi amigo. I wish I knew what that meant. Split Screen Sins, thanks for the emoji. Theo says, so beautiful. I just started learning the piano and mastered my first song, Leonard Cohen, Hallelujah. That's a great one. Very emotional. Very beautiful song. Rasad says, saloon vibe. Thank you. Tito Marikin says, Pirates of the Caribbean, please. I saw that. I couldn't remember how it went. I'm sorry, Tito. Danny Draws, subscribe. Thanks for the subscribes. I appreciate you so much. Honey with Lemon, can you play Fall Down Later? Sorry, I didn't see that request. Danny Draws, you're so good at the piano. How do people even do it? Years of practice. Also, having to develop a skill to the extent that you can market it and make money to eat helps. That helps. Theo says, I'd love to hear a version of the Cantina Band. I played it. Did you hear it? I hope that you heard it, because I had fun playing that. Arzu Kakali says, wow, thanks for joining. Theo says, thank you so much. Oh, I'm so glad. Okay. It's rare that I get to see a request and then play it at these retirement community gigs, so I'm happy when I'm able to do it. Philippines subscribed. Oh my gosh, are you representing an entire country? Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you. Junior and Safi says new sub. Thank you very much. A friend of mine who is name, I think that's the Korean script, says hi. Hi, thank you for joining. Rosamund says you've got one. Thank you for subscribing. Theo asked for Smash Mouth All-Star. I did not see that. Shez and Chris says reminds me of cowboy music. Yeehaw, y'all. That was fun. WY Game says sounds good. Can you play Piano Man by Billy Joel? Did you hear me? I actually played it. It's rare that I get to play these requests because 3 things need to happen in order for me to play the request most of the time. The first of those 3 things is I need to see your requests in the chat. So sometimes the chats are coming in so fast that I can't always glance over to my phone, which I record and I do my live streams on. I can't always see it. So number 1, I need to see it. Number 2, I need to know it. Can't play a request that I don't know. And here's the kicker. Number 3, it needs to be appropriate for the gig that I'm playing. And 99% of the gigs that I play are at senior homes or retirement communities. Senior homes and retirement communities. The reason that I do that, well, there's a lot of reasons that I play at these communities, and maybe I'll get into it in a minute, but all 3 of those things need to happen in order for me to play a request. I did see Piano Man by Billy Joel, so there's the first criteria. The second criteria is I need to know it, and yes, I do know Piano Man by Billy Joel. The third criteria, y'all, is Billy Joel's Piano Man appropriate at this senior home gig that I'm playing? The answer is yes. Yes, it was appropriate. Now, sometimes I have to make an executive decision. Sometimes I have to judge the crowd. Sometimes the crowd needs something different than what's being requested. So 3 things have to align in order for me to play the request. So if your request got played today, then that is pretty rare. That's pretty rare. But I encourage you to keep tuning in, and thanks for subscribing. A friend of mine, somebody that watched, whose name is in Chinese script, commented the Itsy Bitsy Spider. That's a little bit weird. I don't know if you're asking for the song, but congratulations, I guess, on knowing all the words to the Itsy Bitsy Spider. Weird. A little bit of weirdness is okay. You wouldn't have innovation without a little bit of weirdness, and with being afraid to be weird. Artists must be a little bit weird from time to time. Artists must be a little bit weird. Oliver says that was so good. Thank you, Oliver. Thank you very much. I appreciate it so much. Lid says hi. Hi, Lid. L-I-D? Yep, L-I-D. Thank you for joining my live stream. I just finished playing the piano at a health and rehab, and I'm answering some questions and responding and doing shout outs. Shivam Bavdankar says hi. Nguyen An says sounds nice, really. Thank you very much. Y Games, new subscriber. Thank you for subscribing, Y Games. Just A says hello, classy. Where are you playing at? Oh yeah, so I'm playing at a retirement community, health and rehab in particular, in North Little Rock, Arkansas. I live in Memphis, Tennessee, and I drove about 2 hours to get to the gig. Easy drive. Nguyen An says, what kind of genre is this music? I want to listen more. Thank you, Nguyen. Thank you, An. I'm assuming Nguyen is your last name. And apologies for pronouncing it like an American. Because I am an American. Genre, it's jazz, it's ragtime, it's barrel house, it's boogie woogie. And it's kind of like an amalgamation of all those things. Can you tell us after the song somehow? Yes, okay, answered that question. Nguyen An says, it sounds heavenly. Thank you very much. A says, Nguyen An, he has other videos on his channel. Yeah, I've been live streaming all my shows. I play like 50 or 60 shows a month. I think it's more now because I'm working hard. I'm trying to earn some money. I think I play probably 65 shows a month, maybe more. And I try to live stream as many as I can. I can't always live stream them because sometimes the camera angle does not allow me to exclude the residents, and I have to exclude the residents for privacy purposes because I play at retirement communities. But probably am able to live stream about 75% of my gigs, which means that about 40 of the shows, maybe 45 shows, are streamed every month, sometimes multiple in a day. So be sure to subscribe and catch those. Carlos Raul says, thank you, Tim. You made my day. Have a wonderful day. Thank you, Carlos. Nguyen An, thank you. Hey, okay, they're talking with each other. HR sent me 4 kisses. Thank you, HR. I'd prefer them over the internet. A respectable comment was towards you not being able to say anything while performing. Oh yeah, that's the case. That is the case. And I feel very respected. Your comments, everybody is so polite today. It's appreciated. Sometimes I get trolls and haters, but you know, I don't really care because the music that I'm doing, to me, it's worth it. And I'm going to live stream again when I can. Thanks for joining. Thanks for subscribing, everybody. And see you in the next one. Bye-bye.